Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Elderly Health Guide Years. If you like our content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and help our channel continue to grow. Thank you very much for watching. As you age, sleep often becomes less deep and continuous compared to when you were younger. One of the most common experiences among older adults is waking up in the middle of the night and finding it difficult to fall back asleep. This not only causes fatigue and irritability the next day, but if it happens regularly, it can also negatively impact both mental and physical health. The reasons for this can vary. They may include hormonal changes, a decrease in melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep, or shifts in your body's natural biological clock. In addition, common health issues in older adults, such as nighttime urination, joint pain, or anxiety, can also contribute to sleep disturbances. The good news is that you don't have to suffer through this passively. With just a few small changes in your daily habits and lifestyle, you can significantly improve the quality of your sleep. There are many simple, drug-free tips that can help you quickly return to sleep after waking up in the middle of the night. These tips focus on helping both your body and mind relax, slowing down your heart rate, and avoiding unnecessary stimulation that keeps your brain alert. Sometimes just changing one small habit, like not checking the clock, avoiding your phone, or practicing proper breathing, can make a big difference. What's important is not to stress out if you occasionally wake up at night. Worrying too much is one of the main reasons people find it hard to fall back asleep. Instead of becoming anxious, try to see it as a natural response from your body and gently apply these simple tips to help yourself drift off again. In the next part, we'll explore some specific, easy-to-follow, yet highly effective methods to help you fall back asleep quickly and maintain a restful night's sleep. 1. Stay still and keep the lights off. When you suddenly wake up in the middle of the night, the first thing you should do is stay still and try to keep your body relaxed. Sitting up, turning on the light, or even just reaching for the clock can activate your brain and increase your heart rate, two key factors that make it harder to fall back asleep. Light, especially blue light from LED bulbs or smartphones, is the enemy of good sleep. It interferes with the melatonin cycle, the hormone that helps the body feel sleepy and maintain deep sleep. When your eyes are exposed to light, your brain interprets it as a signal that it's time to wake up and start a new day, even though it's still the middle of the night. That's why, if you wake up, it's best to keep your surroundings quiet and completely dark. Moreover, staying in the same position helps your body avoid thinking it's time to get up. Every time you move significantly, sit up, or walk around, your heart rate slightly increases and stimulates your nervous system. This can prolong the time you stay awake. Instead, try taking slow, deep breaths, close your eyes, and remain comfortably still, as if you're preparing to fall asleep all over again. If you do need to get up, for instance to use the bathroom, use a dim nightlight instead of turning on the main room light. Soft lighting is much less stimulating and makes it easier for you to return to sleep afterward. Remember, your goal is to create an environment where your body and brain understand that everything is fine and it's not time to wake up yet. Keeping your space dark, quiet, and maintaining a relaxed position is the first important step in helping yourself naturally and gently drift back to sleep. 3. Don't force yourself to sleep. One of the most common mistakes people make when waking up in the middle of the night is trying to force themselves to fall back asleep as quickly as possible. However, this kind of pressure often has the opposite effect. The more you try, the more your brain becomes anxious about not sleeping, which only increases alertness. Sleep is a natural state. You can't command it to happen, but you can create the right environment for it to return on its own. Instead of stressing over the fact that you're awake, try gently shifting your focus to peaceful images or calming sounds. Imagine a soothing, familiar, and pleasant scene, like lying on a sunny beach, walking through a cool, quiet forest, or listening to gentle rain falling outside your window. This mental visualization acts like a form of guided meditation, calming the mind, slowing racing thoughts, and leading you into deeper relaxation. You can choose any scene that feels safe and comforting to you. The key is to keep it simple. something that doesn't require a lot of mental effort or concentration. The more peaceful and familiar the imagery, the more easily your mind will let go of whatever is keeping you awake. In that relaxed state, sleep is more likely to return naturally, without force or frustration. If visual imagery isn't your strength, you can also try listening to soft nature sounds, such as ocean waves, birdsong, or gentle rainfall. Many older adults find that focusing on a single soothing sound is enough to lull them back into sleep without needing to do anything else. Remember, the less pressure you put on yourself, the easier it is for your body to relax. And in that relaxed state, sleep becomes a natural response, gentle, effortless, and peaceful. Let go of the struggle, and instead, allow sleep to come back to you in its own time. 4. If you still can't sleep after 20 minutes, get out of bed. One of the key principles in maintaining good sleep hygiene is not staying in bed too long when you can't fall asleep. If you've already tried deep breathing, relaxing, or imagining peaceful scenes, and you're still awake after about 15 to 20 minutes, it's best to gently get out of bed. Lying in bed for too long while tossing and turning can teach your brain that the bed is no longer just a place for sleep, but a place for worry, stress, or frustration. Over time, this creates a negative association and can lead to chronic sleep problems. Your bed should always be linked with feelings of relaxation and drowsiness. That's how your brain recognizes it as a cue for sleep. When you leave the bed, choose a calming, non-stimulating activity. Some gentle suggestions include reading a physical book, not an e-book, meditating, listening to soft music, or simply sitting and breathing slowly in a dim room. Avoid screens like phones, tablets, and TVs. Blue light from these devices signals your brain to wake up and disrupts your body's natural sleep cycle. Most importantly, don't do anything too engaging or exciting, such as watching a thrilling movie, checking social media, or reading the news. These types of activities can wake you up even more and make it even harder to fall back asleep. Once you begin to feel sleepy again, your eyes get heavy, you start yawning, your body feels weighed down, return to bed and lie down quietly. At this point, the bed will once again feel like a safe, relaxing space to fall asleep, not a place of frustration. Getting out of bed after a certain period of wakefulness is an effective strategy in cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. It helps reestablish a healthy connection between your bed and sleep, a foundational step in improving your overall sleep quality. 5. Limit food and drink intake, especially caffeine and alcohol in the evening. Your diet, especially what and when you eat, has a significant impact on the quality of your sleep, particularly as you age. Among the biggest culprits that can cause nighttime awakenings and difficulty falling back asleep are caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine, found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and many energy drinks, is a stimulant that affects the central nervous system. It can remain in your body for 6 to 8 hours, meaning that a cup of coffee in the late afternoon or evening can still be affecting your system at 1 or 2 a.m. Even small amounts of caffeine can reduce the amount of deep sleep you get, the stage of sleep most critical for physical and mental restoration. For this reason, it's best to stop consuming caffeine after 2 p.m. Alcohol, on the other hand, may initially make you feel sleepy and help you fall asleep quickly. However, after a few hours, it triggers a rebound effect. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, your sleep becomes disrupted. You may wake up in the middle of the night, sleep lightly, or experience vivid dreams and nightmares. Alcohol also relaxes the muscles in the throat, increasing the likelihood of snoring and sleep apnea, especially common in older adults. In addition to these substances, eating heavy meals late in the evening, especially those high in fat, sugar, or spices, can lead to indigestion, heartburn, and discomfort that may wake you up during the night. To promote better sleep, it's best to have a light dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Opt for easily digestible foods such as soup, porridge, steamed vegetables, or boiled fish. In summary, if you want to enjoy uninterrupted sleep and be able to fall back asleep quickly when you do wake up, pay close attention to what you eat and drink after midday. Often, a few simple changes in your eating habits can make a big difference in the quality of your rest. Conclusion: the journey back to sleep, gentle, yet requires patience. As we age, waking up in the middle of the night becomes more common. But that doesn't mean you have to accept restless nights or lie awake for hours on end. By understanding your body, making a few small lifestyle adjustments, and applying the right relaxation techniques, you can gently and naturally ease yourself back into sleep. Simple strategies like keeping still, avoiding bright lights, practicing the 4-7-8 breathing method, or not forcing yourself to fall asleep can have surprisingly positive effects. If you're still awake after about 20 minutes, getting out of bed and doing something calming is a smart way to prevent your brain from associating the bed with frustration or anxiety. And don't forget, caffeine, alcohol, or heavy dinners can often be hidden culprits behind your disrupted sleep. What matters most is not to stress or put pressure on yourself when you can't sleep. Worry only makes it harder. Instead, learn to listen to your body, breathe slowly, and accept that sometimes waking up is a natural part of the sleep cycle, as long as you know how to gently guide yourself back into rest. If waking up at night happens frequently and affects your daytime well-being, such as feeling tired, unfocused, or irritable, consider consulting a sleep specialist or doing an at-home sleep test to rule out disorders like sleep apnea, a common but often overlooked issue among older adults. Sleep is the foundation of overall health, both physical and mental. Taking care of your sleep should be an essential part of self-care. We hope these tips help you enjoy more peaceful nights and wake up each morning feeling refreshed and full of energy. Wishing you restful sleep and lasting wellness. Feel free to leave a comment and subscribe. Your support truly inspires us to keep going. Wishing you all the best. Stay safe and healthy. See you soon.